guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin cosplay, and today we are back at you guys with Arcane, episode 4.
Last episode was bad.
Vander is dead.
Vander is dead.
Milo
Milo
is
is dead. Clagger is dead. And
Everybody's dead.
Violet knows it's because of Powder. And they had a fight. And Vi punched her sister, drew blood. That freaked her out, so she left, and Powder had a breakdown. Like, she's like, okay, I needed my sister, and my sister abandoned me after I found out that I killed everyone I love. So she was in a very emotional state, and what's his name? Silco,
yeah.
found her, and instead of killing her, he took her in. So, and meanwhile, Violet was being taken by Marcus, I think his name is, one of the enforcers.
Was it Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus. So this is bad. Yeah. we think that if we're gonna do a jump in time, it's gonna be this episode or the one after. Because, I mean, we gotta keep that story going, and the two sisters are gonna grow up apart. I don't know what's gonna happen to Violet, but she definitely does not come back soon because Powder grows up in this environment and she becomes Jinx.
Yeah, she's gonna grow up with a bunch of villains.
As shown by the last shot of her where she just opens her eye and she's so angry and there's a reflection in her blue eyes and it looks like it's pink.
Yeah.
So we know it's the Jinx eye. So the cat wants to play out there and we can hear him just do this.
We got our own Jinx in the house.
Yeah, he's going crazy. So, yeah, it was a very emotional episode, and I don't know where we go from here, but I'm excited.
Emotional damage for sure.
Yes, so I say we jump in this fourth episode and see what they do next with these girls.
Right.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
Oh yeah, they managed to do recreate magic. Forgot about that.
Stabilize.
They use science to do magic.
You wanted to see me, Professor?
Ah, come in, Jayce. Can you believe it? Our city is about to turn 200 years old.
Sunrise, we're not seeing Jayce. Have we gone in time? No.
It's shaping up to be an amazing...
He is older!
Oh, we jumped through time.
Is he older?
I think he is older.
The council has recommended you give the Progress Day speech this year.
But you always give that speech.
I mean, you harnessed in magic.
I agree with them. Your hex gates have done wonders for our city.
Okay, no.
Yeah, we jumped through time.
Ignited passions in arts and science.
Well, okay.
You deserve this honor.
Dude.
Good for you.
I mean, for a guy who was banished from the academy to this.
He accomplished something big.
Look at this shit.
Please tell me that Caitlyn's family let her be able to talk to him again.
I mean, probably.
Technology.
I am proud of him. I'm very proud of them because they work together, but...
Whoa, nice.
Look at this shit! They traveled through this! Look at that! He believed in it and he did it. Not bad. Now let's hurt. Because like now they are actually separated.
Yeah. I'm so proud of Jayce.
Man of progress. He's...
Jayce Tavis.
Oh yeah.
Lady, I do not trust you. Sorry, but...
It's not about trust.
No, but I don't like her. She turned her back on him.
Yeah, but
her.
I mean, he doesn't have to have a bond with her. She pays for his stuff. That's it.
Caitlyn.
Serves you right.
Looking like the hero in the game.
I'm working.
Oh, I can see that. I mean, there's so much crime to thwart outside your family's tent.
I can only imagine the strings she pulled to have me posted here. She'd do anything to keep me from seeing the real world.
Well, at least you'll have front row seats to the speech.
Speech?
I'm giving the big address tonight.
We really have to send it to Anarchy.
Have fun hurting the drunkards.
I know she's the one that has the sniper with the rifle thingy.
Yeah.
If it's a big day, though, I am sort of expecting
someone's gonna make some coup. Yeah.
Whoa.
He wasn't the angel, but who is he?
Yes, yeah. We had a friend who played League of Legends, watched the first 3 episodes with us, and he was like, "It's obvious who he is. Like, you don't know," and we're like, "No, and we don't want to know. Like, we don't want to be spoiled."
Oh, the gang.
Shipping manifest? From your friend downtown.
Oh boy. It's badass.
That's cool. That's really cool.
The firelight.
He's really cool.
I've never seen this much shimmer before.
They're expanding. Check for more below. Burn it all.
So they call it the shimmer now. So it's known. They've probably faced people using it before.
I think that maybe they stabilize or fix the formula.
How many
because-
years have passed? They probably did stabilize it.
Oh, this is Jinx.
She's here.
Oh, she's known.
She made a name for herself, and I'm
Not a good thing.
I'm both proud and sad about this. Boom. Oh, she knows how to be creepy. Oh, fuck. She got better. Oh man.
More reboots.
She's pretty though.
Hi.
Oh, she's badass. No longer the little girl that we got to know. No, it's not her, but the hair is similar.
I can't lose you.
Oh, I like how they did this. Oh.
I want to fight. You're not ready.
She's just so stuck in that memory. Girl, you're burning. Yeah, the trauma is still very much present. Careful! Where did she pull that out? Where was this shit?
I love that they use broken balance for scattered mind.
Yeah.
It always works so well when you're at
I
someone
love-
who is struggling, you know?
In the flashbacks too, the layer of, you know, X's on the eyes and the vilified face and stuff just tells you how she remembers that moment. Like, without being the extrovert crazy that I expected.
That I knew her.
Yeah. She's just like very absent despite what she's doing, you know?
Yeah.
She's disconnected.
It all began with this. A
It
crystal.
all began with this at the beginning
Magical
too.
energy too volatile to be handled outside our workshops. Hextech was supposed to bring magic into the life of the common man, and now it finally can.
The fact that it's rounder and just, it looks more stable.
polish, yeah.
So they get to,
We present to you.
yeah, team this
the
with
next chapter of
anything.
Hextech.
Oh,
We can now design portable devices.
like weapons. Okay, that's cool. That could be dangerous.
So
that's
that
cool.
explains Israel Gauntlet then.
Yeah,
Right.
I built one for a friend back in the day. I always wondered what that was.
Yeah, he had a blue gemstone, so now we know what it
The
is.
mining colonies and the fissures can work faster and without fatigue. The Hex Claw, a mechanical arm equipped with a powerful ray of light.
Oh.
Octavius would have loved that arm.
Oh.
This is our presentation.
Quite amazing, gentlemen. Obviously, there are a few kinks to iron out and screws to be tightened, but given a decade of careful research, and it will be ready.
A decade.
They're ready now.
Putting that kind of power into everyone's hands is dangerous.
True.
Keep at it, and I'm sure you will discover a way to safeguard Hextech against
Because of what he's seen and his age, he's more like patient with these things. But like they are young, but also mortal. They want this to go.
Yeah,
you know?
they are mortal.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's mortal too, but like they won't grow till 300 years old.
but he lived more than 307 years, huh?
At least, yeah.
You're from the Undercity.
They left him here?
I didn't do anything. She's crazy. She shot me.
Who shot you? Who were you working for?
Caitlin Kiraman. Why does that not
Hey,
surprise me?
Marcus.
You're supposed to be
Oof,
guiding
you
about this
changed.
Clearly, this takes priority.
I realize you're used to getting your way, Kiraman, but we have a chain of command for a reason.
I don't know how I feel about him being in charge.
I'll take it from the end.
He was a prick back then.
You can take the graveyard
Maybe
ships down
change.
there. I want this one on a boat to Stillwater Prison.
Yes, sir.
Things are
So are
different.
things down there. It's true that Vendor is gone for
I mean, it's yes, but it looks more alive.
more alive.
Yeah, I don't know. The lights are different. The energy is different.
What happened?
One of those firelight wackos was a girl with pink hair.
How is she gonna react when she actually faces her?
Your sister's gone. You know that as well as I do.
I know. Sisters, right? Can't live with them, can't stuff them back in the old baby maker.
Today's screw-up will set us back weeks.
I'm sorry.
I need to know that I can rely on you. I'm doing this for us, Jinx. All of us.
Won't happen again.
I know.
This is a bit creepy.
Whoa.
How close they are? This is a bit.
Yeah.
She's older, but she still has that side of her that's very childish.
Yeah.
And like, she does have that side of her that feels unhinged. Like the fact that they cut her monologue a little bit. Like, you know, it's like two parts of her personality talking. That's weird.
It wasn't her. It wasn't.
I think there's a part of her that just.
Oh, God.
Just some wannabe street trash. I got confused, that's all.
Oh, I love how they did this. It's so sad, but it's so cool. She's haunted by them.
But what happened?
Johnny
Yeah.
on the
She made puppets of them.
I'm not weak. And I'm gonna show him.
She's gonna do something bad. I hate this, but I love this.
What are you even doing here, Kiraman? Don't you have a cocktail party to attend?
She wants to
She
do an
is not
honest
just
job.
her family's money.
Yeah, take her seriously.
Fire!
Or you know what? Don't take her seriously, but then you prove them. Nope. Nope.
Oh shit.
I can see the pink. I think she left a message.
By accident.
Oh my
Train
god.
relief by accident.
Oh my god.
The monkey is her signature.
I brought this dynamite. Goodbye.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit.
She's alive because she's the only one who didn't go in. Talk about luck.
Fudge.
She's a cool villain.
The gemstone is gone, along with some of our research papers.
Oh no. Oh no.
Situation is still developing.
They'll definitely use that.
It was my responsibility to safeguard this technology, and I failed. My mistake cost people their lives. I have come before you to recommend that we suspend all Hextech operations until the situation is resolved.
Have you lost your mind?
The hex gates must remain open. Piltover's status as a global shipping lane depends on it. Mr. Tallis has demonstrated his commitment to our safety. And it seems to me only Mr. Tallis has the knowledge necessary to secure the hex gates. I propose that a new chair be brought forth, and that House Tallis be elevated to this august body.
What?
As a counselor, he will have the resources necessary to protect all our investments.
She wanted him to be in charge, and she didn't get what she wanted, so she's still elevating him.
I believe Counselor Medarda is right. Hextech security should be administered by a scientist. I second the motion.
Well then, shall we vote?
I am wondering how Viktor is reacting to this.
Hopefully, not so bad.
He worked hard to get where he is, and he's still an assistant. Whereas Jayce is getting a fucking seat.
Promotion, yeah.
Yeah. That's the prison, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that's where they put Vi?
I need to speak with one of the inmates.
Because, like, the episode is ending and we haven't seen her.
Yeah.
This one was hit by friendly fire. He's got reason to talk. Must have been sent in today?
Inmate 2135. Yeah, I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
Well, there's been an incident.
What kind of incident?
I think it's her.
Pretty kind.
I think it's her.
But is she...
Revenge because she recognized him.
Yeah, but is she an inmate?
Well, she was, yeah.
Who assaulted him?
I think it's fine.
Someone's angry.
Well, yeah, it's definitely her. So she was in prison all this time. She was badass before.
She's gonna have
strong
cement
fists.
hard
Cement.
knuckles.
Cement.
I don't know.
Who are you?
Fudge.
A friend, perhaps? Oh, she's still badass.
I know that cement is not the right word. What's going to be
concrete?
Concrete. Yeah,
or
she's got a
something,
concrete
yeah.
hard fist, guys.
Okay, this episode is crazy for many reasons. The Jinx thing. I love how they did it. I love that now, you know, before we were like on on Zahn's side, you know, like the you know, Vander's group, Vi, Powder, Milo Clagger, you know, their little thing they had going, we were rooting for them, and we knew there was a difference in lifestyles and stuff, and we were against that. I'm still against that, but now that they're doing actual terrorists attack and stuff, I'm like, they're the villains, you know?
Good.
Jinx is a villain, but at the same time, it's still Powder, you know? It's still her, and it's hard to blame her, you know? It's hard to blame what she's doing now, considering she was already pretty, you know, unhinged before, and then the trauma that happened, and then the fact that she grew up with Silco and surrounded by criminals, and when, you know, considering how she remembers the event and how she sees her sister, like, I think there's a part of her that wants to see her again, you know, that there's definitely a part of her that still loves her sister, but it's buried deep under the trauma, and I love how they showed all of that to us. So yeah, I love how they made her. I love how good of a villain she is, but I'm not rooting for her if she's gonna start, you know, blowing buildings up and then attacking just for the sake of showing once more that she's strong, because that's still the idea in her mind. It's all about, you know, Vi abandoned me because I wasn't ready, because I wasn't strong enough to actually do some good.
So she still needs to prove herself that she's not weak, that she can do the job.
You know, maybe in a twisted
she can be
way,
useful.
maybe deep down in a twisted way, she thinks that if she can prove herself, like if she can become strong as fuck, Vi's gonna come back. But then, like, again, there's the unhinged side of her, and I really love how they showed this, how she has these monologues where she's gonna talk out loud to these puppets of Milo and Clagger.
Just right there, just so that she's feeling guilty and she's still traumatized by it.
Well, it's like, but suddenly she ended up being completely alone, you know, and it's not so much like there's guilt probably, but there's also so many emotions of, you know, abandonment and then betrayal from Vi and then, you know, just a loss and grief because she lost her family. So in a twisted way, she's just making sure that they're still with her and she's talking to them and there's like all this editing of her just jinxing and you know, lagging on the screen and then, you know, it's like she has multiple personalities and she's trying to figure out, you know, which monologue she wants to give. It's really cool, but it's really sad.
Also, I don't know for you guys, but I'm slightly uncomfortable with the relationship between Silco and Powder.
Right?
Because
she wasn't like this with Vendor.
It doesn't look to me that they're romantically involved,
No.
but he certainly groomed her to his idea of a tool or a weapon, I guess.
He does like her because
Like she's his pet, literally.
She's his protege. And I think it's because, you know, he and Vendor were so close and, you know, in the end, you remember even Vendor he could have killed him and then lack of strength and maybe lack of conviction to do that. Like they used to be close and he almost killed him before and he felt guilty about that. And when he was, you know, facing him and stuff, he literally just completely went against him. Like there was this moment. So there was so much history between the two that even in the biggest moments like this, they still show the connection. So even if Silco was ready to kill them, now that he's got Jinx and he's got a way to still connect to Vendor in a way, because he replaced him. He's the father figure and he got to turn her into his ideal fighter, like what he wants. Like he turned her, he brought her to his side, which is, you know, it's a dream and at the same time it's a complete victory over Vander. So kind of like I'm saying, you know, maybe Jinx thinks that Vi's gonna come back if she becomes strong. Like deep down, I'm not saying it's her motivation,
goal,
but like maybe Silco also has that twisted, you know, she's what I have left of Vander in a way.
Maybe.
So maybe that's why they're so close, but it does translate creepily to the screen. But that's because she acts like a child. It's not so much him that's doing weird shit. It's her that's just cuddles and she's.
I think I put over her mindset from years ago.
She's still
when
a kid.
She clutched to him when she wants to feel safe, and once again, right now she's still clutching to him because she wants to feel safe. Like
well, no, but it's just the way she talks too.
Yeah.
You know, like she grew up, but she didn't mature as much. Like she still has the broken mind of a child. And it's really sad. Because like she's a fighter for sure. Like
she is.
She's mature in other ways, but then I mean it's really like she has multiple personalities.
But when she has her breakdown or emotional turmoil, she's just so disconnected.
But we've seen her be completely vacant. Like literally look anywhere and not register. We've seen her in shock. We've seen her angry. We've seen her crazy. We've seen her being a child too. Like she has multiple facets to her personality, but they do translate like different personalities, you know? So I don't know. I really love how they did it.
Never mind.
It's just really sad.
I wouldn't say personalities, just emotionally, she's on a roller coaster. She's not.
I know. I'm
she's not
saying
on
the way they show it.
Stable line.
I know. I'm saying the way they show it and the fact that there's such a difference. Like, she wasn't acting like a child on the ship, but then like as soon as she was with Silco, that's how she acts. But she doesn't act, you know, mature or anything. But then that changes when she's with the puppets. Like the fact that it's a complete disconnect between the moments where she's gonna be a certain way and then she's gonna be a certain way. It's like there's no consistency. That's why it feels like it's multiple personalities.
Okay.
I'm not saying she has a personality disorder, but it's unhinging. It's unhinging.
Unhinged?
I'm French. It's disturbing how it's portrayed, but I love it because it shows perfectly what state of mind she's in, and it's not good. And then there's Violet, who we barely saw this episode, but then she spent these years in prison becoming tougher and tougher. And, you know, Jinx could again say, "You abandoned me, you left me for all these years," but now like it's not even, you know, I didn't have a choice.
She couldn't come back. She couldn't come
She did
back.
leave. She did leave, but she was about to come back, you know? So, and she seems to be so pissed at this little group, you know? Obviously she you know, she fought the guy who was there back then, but...
If it wasn't because of them, Venda would have been captured. Padre would have tried to save them and use bombs. They wouldn't be dead.
Her friends would be alive. She would not have lost her family. Yeah. And now, like, I mean, I think she, for someone who definitely wanted to fight the Topsiders, I think now her focus is on this group who seem to be now literally ruling Zon,
yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting because the place she wanted to defend now represents the group she wants to destroy. And her sister's no longer a little girl that was afraid of getting into a fight.
Oh, she's not. And like you said, I don't know if I should feel proud or sad that
both?
she's both. She's known in the Zon, and she's known.
She has a name.
Upside. She has a name.
It's both good and bad, you know, that they know who she is. But it's the fact that her inventions work, you know, the potential that they talked about was really there and she grew into it. That's great. But the reasons behind it and how she's using that potential is bad.
Great. Not so great.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of a bit scared because we've seen the Jimmer and we've seen the gem. I don't know what's
the shimmer.
The shimmer, like
the drug.
The drug. And we've seen also the...
Which, by the way, it looks like
stabilized.
They want to... Yeah, it looks like they stabilized it.
Yeah.
But then again, I saw lines that reminded me of them when they used the drug.
On whom?
On some of the Silco's people, and then in the club, the eyes were pink, so I'm like, they are probably on the drug, right?
Yeah, I think they're selling it. Yeah,
so it does more than just transform you into a monster now. But it looks like they wanted to expand. Like, they were near the gate and stuff. Like, they want to use that shit. And it's known now. Like, people in Piltover know about this drug. So it's being used heavily by the people, you know, down there. And it looks like they want to expand. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Although, like, they did say, though, I don't know if the ultimate plan was to send it somewhere. Because the plan was to... get the firelights? That's what they're called?
Firelights, yeah.
Get them here. It was a trap for them. Which, by the way, brings me to this little group. I don't know where they come from. If they're from Zon, if they're from Piltover. Yeah. I know the guy with the mask is there.
He's in the intro.
And I mean, I don't know who he is.
He's cool.
I mean, cool. We should know who he is, though. So I'm thinking, like, who do we know in the cast that could do this?
In the cast?
Yeah. But then, and there's a reason why, like, that person is in the opening, so it's an important character.
Well, do you think that he might be Echo? Like the little boy from Zon?
Yeah, I know.
Because we didn't see him yet. Could be him.
He has a mask, could be anyone. Because the thing is, I mean, they were targeting, like, they looked for the drug, so they were targeting Silco's shipment. Not like, because at first I was like, when they came to the ship and stuff, I was like, they don't know it's Silco because it was an undercover thing. So I was like, maybe they are from Zon trying to attack Piltover. But they looked for the drug and they recognized Jinx and Jinx attacked them. So I'm like...
So they might be coming from Zon, yeah.
Well, or Piltover.
I don't think they're well known in Piltover.
Or both. Like, I mean... They are known. I mean, it depends on who you're asking, but they could definitely be from Zon, but they are targeting Silco, so they're against Silco's group. It could be
Echo.
I don't know.
Could be. We didn't see him yet.
No,
it's the only one we didn't see.
But then I know what he looks like in the game, and he doesn't look like this. So because in the opening we see statues of the characters in the game.
Yeah.
And if the guy has a mask on and stuff, he looks like this in the game. And the kid doesn't look like that in the game at all.
Okay.
So it's probably not.
We will see. But yeah, they also... the shimmer has been stabilized, but also the gem...
The gems, too.
...has been stabilized.
And now they have one, so they're going to be able to use it. added to weapons for sure.
Shit will go down.
But then, like, it's what everyone is gonna do eventually. I'm gonna talk about Heimerdinger a little bit. I guess I'm on his side because progress is great, but hurrying the progress, like, going too quick is not good.
Not good,
because you're not taking the precautions. Like, we know your thing is stable. That's not what's worrying. It's what people are gonna do with it. You need to have a plan. You need to think ahead.
Think it through.
Of what you're gonna do with this, because it's a powerful thing, and if you want to give it to everyone, you need to be ready for the consequences, And if you're not ready for those consequences, that's where you need the time to stabilize it even more and make sure that they can't do just anything with it. Because, I mean, it's strong. And if they can add it to guns or those
any type of weapons,
those gloves and stuff that Vander and Vi use and stuff, that would pack a punch. Yeah. So be careful with this shit. I am on Heimerdinger's side. There's a reason, like, knowledge, experience, that's important. And I do like the counselor. I keep forgetting her name. Mel something?
Medora.
They call it's written Mel in the subtitle, so I'll call her Mel.
I think Heimerdinger called her Medora.
Anyway, she seems like I kept saying from the beginning, like, I don't know if I can trust her because she's manipulating people.
She's power greedy.
She knows where she wants to go.
She's power greedy. Yeah.
She knows where she wants to go. She has a plan, and that plan obviously, involved Jayce taking over, like taking charge, and he didn't give her that. He didn't give the people the advancement that she wanted. Like, he's still following Heimerdinger, which is interesting because he didn't used to do that. And then this episode, it looks like he got scared or got cold feet. Like, he just backed up completely. So I'm like, okay, what happened?
I think he had a gut feeling and he decided to just went on it. But Medora, I think that's her name, Medora.
Or Mel.
We know that she's really good at manipulating people.
Well, she wants people to do, like I said, she has a plan. Mm-hmm. And she's working towards that plan. And it could be a good plan or a bad plan. I don't know.
She's seeing something, like a huge potential with Jayce and X-Tech invention. And the fact that she allowed them to work on it, and he kind of trusts her. I think that maybe she thinks that she has them in her pocket and she can do whatever they want.
She's trying to have him on her side, and she was trying to push for him to be in charge. He didn't give her that, so she made him counselor. She put him in a council. It looks like she wants him to distance himself from Heimerdinger, which is interesting because at the same time, Heimerdinger always ends up voting for what she proposes anyway, so it's not like he's a threat or anything. So I don't think that's what she wants to do at the end of the day, but it looks like it. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm back to not completely trusting her just because trust issues. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that she has a plan, but we don't know what it is. So as long as I don't know anything about where she wants to go, I can't follow. Mm-hmm. So I'll wait and see what happens there. But yeah, I am proud of Jayce. I am proud of Viktor.
I feel sad for Viktor.
I do feel sad for him.
Okay, first of all, he was the one who had to go on stage. But like you said, Jayce asked him to go with him because he's his partner. He said no. Okay, fine. But now Jayce is one of the counselor.
And this is the fact that right after that happened, we had a shot of his hand on his cane. And I was like, is he holding it more than usual? Like, is he mad about this? Because he still wants a place. Like, he's the one that said that is saying no. But then in the episode, I said maybe he doesn't want to go on stage because I don't know. Maybe he feels like they don't want him there anyway because he doesn't represent. Like, I don't want to say anything bad about his condition or anything, but it's true that Jayce has an image that shows strength, youth, power. And when it comes to Viktor, he looks sick. He looks old. He looks wounded.
And people are expecting.
These people are rich.
They are expecting Jayce.
Yeah,
they want to have. Sorry, but they want to have the eye candy of the show.
Well, there's that.
You can say it like that.
They are rich people.
They are
shallow people.
Shallow. Yeah.
They are looking for a spectacle, and I'm not saying. I mean, Viktor has the brain. He's helped Jayce reach. I mean, without Viktor, Jayce would probably have never, or at least not that fast, gotten to where he got because he was trying on his own for so long and it didn't work. Viktor comes in, next day they had their thing.
True.
So he's got the brains and he's got everything, but unfortunately his image isn't the same and it's heartbreaking. And now, and we also know, like, he came from Zon, he had to fight his way to the top and stuff, and no one ever believed in him. And then he believed in Jayce, and Jayce is the one getting all the rewards.
Getting all the rewards, yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't seem bitter, but then I wouldn't be surprised.
To me, it looks like a villain in the making.
He could be. Unfortunately, he could be.
I don't want that. I don't want it.
I don't want that either, but then I am also worried, like, what's happening with him, because he's coughing a lot and he looks sick. So he didn't look good back then either, but not as much as he does now. Like, now he looks like he's got the circles under his eye and stuff.
He is sick.
Yeah. So I am worried about him. But then again, like, we'll see what happens. He doesn't show anger, or like it doesn't look like he's got resentment against Jayce himself, because when Jayce was on the stage giving his speech, he had a smile on his face, like he was happy. He was about to show, like they were about to show their thing.
I think because he knows that Jayce doesn't have any bad intention towards him, maybe he has more resentment for other people, because those has bad intentions. Those only looking at Jayce. Those are ignoring him.
We will see. But yeah, that's just a sad situation right now, and we'll see how that evolves. But aside from that, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of how their thing worked, and you know, getting. I mean, as even if Viktor doesn't seem to be getting the rewards, I'm pretty sure, you know, his name is you know, being told, and it's on the paper, and he's also behind this.
He's not on the poster, but he's on the paper
at least. So like they both did a great thing, and it changed the city so much, and I'm proud of that. Really, really proud. And that, and Caitlyn too. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, Caitlyn. By the way, I said it in the episode, but I feel really sad for her that she constantly has to prove that she's more than her parents' money. That she's not just a proper lady.
Like, or that she has to fight to get the chance to prove that she's not that, because coming from a rich family, they want her probably to play the rich little girl.
And also, I think people might think that she got the job or position because of her money.
There's that, and there's also the fact that they don't want her in danger. They don't want her to do any heavy lifting or anything. So, like, they're handling her with gloves, and they're not giving her the opportunities that she probably would deserve.
But she seems really smart.
She's motivated, and she's you know, onto something. I mean, I'm looking at her and I'm just like you have his face on your card right there. Like, it doesn't take much. Like she's acting like it's a huge mystery, but then she doesn't know anyone from Zon or anything. Yeah. So, and we just know who is doing this. So for us, it's not a mystery. But I am proud that despite her upbringing, and despite the fact that they're still trying to keep her, you know, locked up in a room, she is rebelling against that, and she is pushing to prove herself in a much more healthy way than Jinx. So,
but I don't think that her parents were bad villain terrorists.
No, it's
they might be some sort of helicopter parents, but not not like Silco.
And she's about to meet Vi. So there's that. I am excited for next episode. I'm excited to see how they're. I mean, I want the sisters to see each other again, but I'm also not looking forward to the reaction, because it's gonna be sad.
It is gonna be sad. Yeah.
I do want to see how Vi evolved, how she changed. She's got tattoos and shit, and also Jinx too. But like, they both look so much more badass.
Yeah, Vi's tattoo are like all.
It's prison tattoos.
Prison tattoo, all black. She got her name tattoo on her cheeks.
Her name? It's a number.
Vi.
Oh, I thought it was like a Roman number or something.
But it is a Roman number, but it's Vi.
That's not the memory I have of it, but then you look at it
and Jinx.
If it is her name, that makes sense.
Jinx got like blue
cloud. Childish drawings.
Childish tattoos, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it goes to show what their personalities are like. Like, tough, badass, yeah, tattoos, cool. But then it's children's drawings, and it's blue clouds. So the mind of a child in the body of a badass fighter. When it comes to Vi, it's like just straight up badass.
Prison tattoo.
Tough. No, but she
Yeah.
got tough.
Yeah, tough tattoo.
The hard way, it seems. You know. Anyway, I'm excited to see her interact with people. Okay, so we're gonna end this here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube next week, guys. So stay tuned and we're gonna see you then.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.